I'm Josh Liston from On the Bubble Podcast, a proud member of the Gonna Geek Network, just like the show you're listening to now. The opinions expressed are those of each individual host. Check out all the other podcasts at GonnaGeekNetwork.com and get ready, because geekiness begins in 3, 2, 1.
Stand by for a brand new episode of All Things Good and Nerdy.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to episode 325 of the All Things Good and Nerdy podcast. This is recorded live on Sunday, August 26th, 2018. Holy shit, the year's almost over.
Well, slow it down there. It's not almost over.
We're three-quarters of the way through the year almost.
Yeah, it's 3/4 of a long time. It's
That's
still
75%. That's a passing grade right there.
Yeah, it's going by quick.
You just slow it down there. That's all I'm asking.
Slow down.
Keep going.
I can't go much slower.
Do it for the rest of the show, please.
I think not.
Including
I think
your
not.
news of the week.
We like having people listen to our show, so I probably shouldn't do my news at that pace.
I love fucking with people, though.
Oh, we're aware. We are aware. Don't do it, Willie.
What?
I don't know. Whatever you're planning, just don't do it.
You think I ever have a plan?
I see those gears turning in your head of finding a new way to screw with me right now. I don't know what
like
it
a
is.
dog chasing a car. I wouldn't know what to do if I caught it.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
Wait, don't.
Oh, you're fired.
Oh,
You're so
God,
fucking
no.
fired.
I know. I know it. Is it?
Do I look like a guy with a plan?
Oh,
Like a dog chasing a car?
Yeah.
I wouldn't know what to do if I caught it.
He still hasn't answered what that's from, though, so I don't believe he actually knows it.
The Dark Knight. I know.
There you go.
There we go.
Yeah, no, it's like it clicked in my head. Like I knew it, and it was like I couldn't figure it
Yeah,
out.
you were about to lose some serious points on that one. Ooh.
And that move. Yeah, Dark Knight is better than Dark Knight Rises.
Well, no shit. In other
Yeah.
news, water is wet.
Mostly because Dark Knight Rises is just a remake of Batman Begins.
And the sky appears blue.
Willie, you did not say anything controversial there at all. If that's what you were going for, it didn't happen. I'm sorry.
And all three of those movies are a little overrated.
Whoa.
I didn't say a whole lot
slightly
overrated.
controversial.
I mean, when you have some people saying this is the best movie ever
I don't
made.
think it's the best movie ever made. No.
Exactly. There's a lot of people that say that, so I think it's just a little bit overrated.
Yeah. No, they're some of the best superhero comic book movies ever made, but also he made a Batman that quit for 8 years because his girlfriend died.
Not a superhero
Fuck
movie.
you, Chris Nolan.
Well, it
Fuck
wasn't
you,
even
Chris
his
Nolan.
girlfriend.
Oh yeah, it was his
movie.
wannabe girl. It was the chick he'd been stalking. Died, and so he quit being a fucking superhero.
Not
It
a
is
superhero.
superhero movie.
There's nothing super. He's just a hero.
It's true.
It's a hero movie.
It's true. But more
Oh,
lighthearted comments.
bullshit.
We did hear last week that Willie might be getting a Switch. So, Willie, I have to ask, what games are you deciding on right now if you get your Switch?
Did we talk about this last week?
We did talk about you potentially
Oh.
getting a Switch last week.
Yeah, it's the same 3 games
That's it.
that are out right now. That are out currently right now. And of course, if I get a Switch, I'm going to be getting that Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. And of course, I'll be getting the package with the little dongle that attaches to it with the play with the GameCube controller that it also comes with in that bundle.
You can
Willie
pre-order
loves
both
a
those right
dongle.
now if you want them to.
I could.
I'm just pointing that out. Also, are you going to get Metroid Prime 4?
I think I pre-ordered, and I got the first Metroid Prime. I got the second Metroid Prime. I didn't play it all the way through. I don't even remember how much I even got. What? In fact, yeah. Here goes Metroid Prime right here.
Wow, you literally have everything right by you. Side note, guys, he's showing this to the camera. I didn't tell him before the show that I was going to ask him whether he'd buy Metroid Prime 4 or not. So this is just Willie. He's on top of it. He's got all of his crap with him.
Now, no. Here's the weird thing is, I don't know how all this stuff comes about, but this is a small section of what I have. The rest of it's like up there and over there, and there's some strewn out on the table and ottoman over there. Movies and games. Some of it is just right here. and we talk about this stuff for some reason. I don't understand it. But yeah, I never played Metroid Prime 3, so I don't know if I really care about Metroid Prime 4.
Wow, fair point. So
I mean, I just don't know because I haven't really played. I do like Metroidvania type games that are 2D. I did enjoy Metroid Prime, although story about that is I had to quit for a long time from it because of the that one space pirate boss fight. I forget what they call him, where he's all infused with something. The fucking energy has thrown things off.
I don't really remember. I'll be honest.
Yeah, but yeah, that was I fucking failed that boss fight so many times in a row. I just put the game down for like months.
Well, so the only reason I was bringing up what games you're going to pre-order, so I can give you a pre-news news of the week story. If you guys had heard, Amazon is going to be discontinuing their discount for Prime subscribers that get 20% off on new game pre-orders. So
I had heard of that.
yes, this is your chance if you haven't. This stops on August 28th. We record this on the 26th. You have 2 days. So if you are a Prime subscriber, you can pre-order everything you want now and still get that discount, because after the 28th, they have said select games, and I used air quotes for you guys that are listening, will get a $10 Amazon credit, basically, for buying a game. So that's not necessarily all pre-orders. So I might have gone a little crazy on things that I pre-ordered because I thought I might be interested and I can still cancel them. So as I go through my list of pre-orders, Fallout 76, because, yeah, I've got to play it. It's in West Virginia. Kingdom Hearts 3.
Dude, wait, you have to play it?
Yes. You
That's
don't
what he said.
understand. This game is set where I live in part. I want to go find my house in the game world and make it my house in the game world.
I don't think your
So
house
you
is
don't
gonna
want to play
be
Fallout.
there.
You want to play Second Life.
Yes, this is what my... literally, part of this game takes place in Morgantown, West Virginia, which is where I live. So that's why I have pre-ordered Fallout 76, because I want to be able to experience what my town looks like in the nuclear apocalypse.
Well, I mean, you do realize that it's an alternate timeline where
Shut
in the
up, Will.
past of right
No.
now,
No.
bombs
care.
fell and destroy everything, so your house wouldn't be built
No.
whenever it was built.
Yes, but things that are on campus would have been, and I can take over things that I went to classes in, which would also be entertaining to me.
Well,
You're not
just
going to
now
ruin
said
this for me.
I ruined what you already said in the previous, and then you're just adding to it to make it sound better, which, you know what? You got this, Chris.
I got
you win.
this. All right, fair enough. So,
I'm not going to take this from you.
So I did go a little crazy on my pre-orders right now. I already talked about Fallout 76, Kingdom Hearts 3, Super Mario Party's pre-ordered, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Note, I'm probably going to cancel about half of these, but I just wanted the discount.
Are you done? Or you keep going?
I've got more.
Go, keep on going.
Crackdown
Yeah, keep on
3
going.
for Xbox One, Tales of Vesperia Definitive Edition for Nintendo Switch, Shadow of the Tomb Raider for Xbox, Metroid Prime 4, and finally, because the pre-order just went up last night, Cyberpunk 2077, because it looks cool. But all of these are done because I get the 20% off and I can cancel them up to the day before they ship and not get charged if the reviews look like crap. So, Willie, make fun of my game tastes right now.
No. I'm not making fun of your game taste at all. Bachman, do you hear what the fuck I just heard?
Yeah, he's missing one.
Yeah, he's missing one called a PS4 and Spider-Man. And I can't get another console right now. I can't spend that much. Oh, but I'm going to pre-order all these games.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm going to do because I have
Wow.
the consoles they play on.
That's your Chris voice, huh?
Spider-Man, though? Yeah, this is my Chris voice.
Willie, how am I going to play Spider-Man if I don't own the console?
You can cancel all those pre-orders.
And just buy a PS4.
Get the PS4 bundle.
And
with
then I
Spider-Man.
can't play any of these other games I want to play because
Get that
I'll spend all my
Spider-
money on that.
You're going to be good on them.
So it'll be worth it.
No.
Yeah,
Okay,
get
but
that Spider-Man PS4 bundle where the PS4 looks like has Spider-Man all on it in red.
Oh, it's so sexy.
And it has a
But
cool
no,
controller.
I have an actual question. So, Chris, is this why the pre-order stuff seems to be fucked up on Amazon right now?
Well, they don't have pre-orders available for everything, so that's part of it. But
Was they
potentially.
did Marvel Spider-Man comes out next month. When it went live on Amazon, I pre-ordered it. And then they said we will do an update when we put the collector's edition on Amazon. I signed up for an email notification for the collector's edition. I purchased Spider-Man for PS4 March 25th. It is now April 26th, and they still haven't put up a fucking collector's edition on Amazon to let people pre-order it.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. That's normal.
Correction, is August 26th, not April 26th. We did not time travel, everybody.
Yeah,
I said
true.
August.
No, you said April. But
did I say April?
Yeah.
Oh, it's August. All right.
Yeah, it makes sense.
So,
March, April, it makes sense.
That's normal for collector's editions, though. They're very hard to find when they go online. Or it went up and you didn't get an email and it was online for 5 minutes and everyone scalped it.
I'm just getting digital.
Literally, like, there's 312 people asking that question on Amazon, and they've never put it up.
Then they haven't put it up yet. I mean, it was available at GameStop and Walmart and a few other places already, so it's just
available everywhere except the one fucking place I ordered it.
Well, you ordered the regular
fucking
edition,
Amazon.
not the collector's edition.
Yeah, but I want the collector's edition.
Well, then you should have gotten it when it was available somewhere else, dude. This is the tough
fucking
thing with Amazon.
You should cancel your pre-order and just get it digital. Pre-order digitally.
I don't want the digital. I want the physical copy. I don't like digital
That's fair.
copies of games.
Well, I mean, you do when your shit gets stolen.
Yeah.
And you can't get those back, but you can get all your digital copies back.
Yeah, and the bummer right now is you can't pre-order Anthem physically right now. You can only get the digital copy pre-ordered. So I will not get my Anthem pre-order in time to get 20% off.
I'm still not 100% sure on Anthem.
Neither am I, but that's why I was going to pre-order it, because then I could cancel it. I'd still get my 20% discount if it was available right now. That's what I was going for, Willie.
Chris, nobody likes a quitter.
Since we're talking about pre-orders, did you hear about the whole EA thing going on with Battlefield?
No, but it's probably shitty since it's EA.
There's some memes going around. Is like the quote from the guy from EA saying, like, was it, if you don't like the direction we're going with this game, then just don't pre-order it then. Because he was like calling people's bluffs. And all of a sudden the numbers came out. Battlefield 5's pre-orders numbers are way down.
Well, it's
like
also
super
Battlefield
low.
or whatever. It's
And then that guy was fired.
Yeah.
And what I also heard, though, was the only thing they're pulling those pre-orders from is from Amazon, which is a little weird.
Oh, I don't know.
And why would you only look at the numbers from one source?
I don't
That's
know.
stupid.
That's what I heard, so I'm not 100%. I just read this on the internet, so take it for that.
That means it must
So
be
it's-
true.
It's blatantly false.
But I do like that meme, though.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, sorry we went to some kind of news type mini thing instead of, me having a good story.
Hey, it happens sometimes.
Yeah, my life isn't always great.
And it also doesn't involve gravy, so it's kind of sad.
That's why I will never try poutine.
Oh, poutine sounds delicious. I want some.
Poutine is awesome. I miss
I don't like-
Canada.
I don't really like gravy.
I want some Timmy's and some poutine.
So sorry, I just checked it, Anthony. The collector's edition of Spider-Man is no longer available on GameStop.
Yeah, no, it's sold out everywhere else.
Try Walmart.
No. I would rather not have it than give fucking Walmart $1.
Yeah, I don't think you understand how finding these collector's editions works. Is you got to buy it wherever you can find it on some of these.
I was like,
Oh, no. I know how it works. I got motherfucking
apparently you
the
don't.
collector's edition of Infamous 2 in my living room now for PS3. It took me 8 fucking years to track that sumbitch down and not pay $300 for it.
Wait. So you got the one? So you got your backpack?
Yep, I got Cole McGrath's backpack. I got the comic book from Wildstorm. I got the statue of him looking like a badass. Got the whole thing for $43, bitch.
I got it
Less
the day
than
it
the
came
cost
out.
of the game because it was in a damaged box, and so people were afraid to bid on the eBay.
Yep, I got the day it came out, and sadly enough, when all of my things got stolen, they also used that backpack to put some stuff into. Yep, I like that backpack too. Even though it looks weird if I'm using it, so I'm kind of that angry. It's not made for me.
No, it's a fucking runner's bag. It's very small.
Yeah, and it just looks weird on a fat guy like me.
It's a man purse.
It's a satchel.
Or no. Let's talk.
Yeah, that's what I said, man purse.
This Deadpool just came out. That's a fanny pack.
It kind of, yeah. It's a fanny pack that goes over your shoulder.
Pretty much. I mean, I used it one time at the beach, and I felt weird with it, wearing it without a shirt on too.
There was Willie walking down the beach wearing nothing but a fanny pack, scaring the children.
It's more than a fanny pack.
don't.
But it did have the little Sly Cooper head on it. Because, it was it.
Oh my God, poutine in the
Punch, that's what
theater.
it is. Yeah, Sucker Punch is the developer.
Neil's
That's not-
local Cineplex has 4
Yeah.
poutine options. Holy crap!
That's it? I thought they were
I
Man.
want mine with extra gravy.
No,
just to
that's
spite
4
Willie.
options in the theater, dude.
Yeah.
That's in a movie theater. He has
Oh,
4
a
different.
movie. I didn't know it was a movie theater.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy.
I mean,
Oh.
go for it. Just because I don't like something doesn't mean you don't have to like it.
Can't imagine getting into a poutine
Said
carb
no
show
one on the internet ever.
Yeah, no, right? You
during
just
a
sounded
movie.
you sounded rational and well reasoned in a statement you just said on the internet. This is not allowed.
Yeah, I'm
I mean-
pretty sure you're gonna get fired.
I mean, there are certain things that are like hard no's where no. You can't be thinking that way.
Please.
But
what do you what
liking
what's-
gravy
like
is
liking mayonnaise?
I
I
mean,
say that's a
I'll-
valid. That's what Billy's saying is that's a valid opinion one way or the other. You can have the option of not liking that. It's
Yeah,
when it starts
sure.
being things that people can't control that you don't like. That you no longer. It's not your fucking opinion. You're just an asshole.
Oh, like the people like I hate Star Wars. Kathleen Kennedy ruined it because it's different, and are wanting like the Snyder cut of Star Wars and the Snyder cut of Justice League and things like that. Those folks.
And technically, they can have that opinion. They're just fucking crybaby man babies and need to shut up. But
Yeah, but
they're
those folks
entitled to that opinion.
that run other people off the internet because they disagree with what they say. Yeah.
Well, there's only one version of Batman v Superman I want, and that's the one where that one particular plot hole is explained. That's
That'll never happen.
why the fuck does Lois Lane go back for the spear when she doesn't even know what the fuck they're fighting?
Because plot, in the words of Neil.
Because it was in the script.
No fucking sense.
Yep.
And that's the one part I can't get over. I bought
Really?
the fucking the longer edition, whatever the extended cut version of that fucking movie.
I
was
can't get
hoping
over
it was
that
gonna answer
Snyder
that.
made a millennial Superman that quit. I don't want to be Superman no more. Motherfucker doesn't have a clue what makes Superman Superman.
Wait, when did he do that?
In the end, near fucking before he faces off with Luthor, he's ready to quit being Superman. And that's why Luthor has to toss Lois off a fucking building to get his attention.
Oh, I don't. My mind is just concentrated on that plot hole, so I can't think of anything else.
You
I don't
can't think of
remember.
anything
I
but
do. I don't remember
Atlantean
anything else of
spheres.
it.
Sorry, I got distracted because Neil sent the poutine options for his local cinema, and now I want poutine with pulled pork on top.
I'm not clicking on them because I'm already fucking hungry.
Oh,
Damn it,
man.
Neil.
And
So-
fat too, because I can't be
Oh.
looking at food like
So,
myself.
so just so
Pulled
here's what you
pork
guys can all
poutine.
suffer like me for having read it. What's the greatest
No,
trilogy in
no.
history? Fries, cheese curds, and gravy. Our golden fries are topped with cheese curds and smothered in gravy. A real Canadian classic. Want to take it to the next level? We thought you would, because we think more is more. Try our amped up poutines with bacon, pulled pork, or beef chili. I want the pulled pork one right now.
Can we take off the chili and the gravy, and I'll be right down there with you.
Well, how do you know unless you've tried it with the gravy?
I mean, I'm gonna be making some bacon cheese fries later on today,
So you just want cheese curds sitting on top of fries.
and I mean, cover your ears, Chris. I'm also gonna be dipping it in ranch. Yeah, I don't think covering your headphones on the outside's really covering your ears, but okay.
No, but it looks funny.
Yeah,
you
it
told
does.
me to cover my ears. It's the best I could do and still be a part of the show.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm sorry. I wanted
I mean,
to be a part
I
of
enjoy
things.
ranch. That's okay, right?
You can enjoy it if you wish. Far be it from me
I
to
mean,
judge.
you know us people in the South, we love our ranch.
I will
If
just
you-
say ranch is disgusting.
Have you never dated a waitress, Chris?
No, I have not.
I've dated. God, really? Because it's weird. Because I've dated a lot of waitresses.
You've just dated a lot of people, is what I figured you were going to say. But waitresses is a subset of that.
No, I haven't dated a lot of people. No, what is? It's just like they will tell you that people around here, like in the southeast area, they will fucking ask for extra ranch at every meal. From what I've heard.
See, I lived in the South, so I'm ruined for like sweet tea. Like I order sweet tea here, and I'm like, no. This isn't sweet tea.
Oh, because is it really just that far? Just
Oh yeah,
you're still in the
sweet tea
South,
needs
but
to
you
make
still-
sweet tea needs to make your teeth hurt when you drink it. That's how sweet it is.
I want to say it's got to be a tone
Oh,
down
with
from
diabetes.
that.
He
Like
wants the one that comes with diabetes.
Like
comes
fucking
with
the
the
sweet tea at
diabetes.
McDonald's. Oh, that's fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
It's just like nothing but processing and sugar. That's what it tastes like.
I don't drink sweet tea very often because it doesn't quite compare up here. But yeah, when I lived in the South, the sweet tea that was good was the stuff that made your teeth hurt.
Are you saying West Virginia is not in the South?
Technically, no.
Well, I mean, would you say
Motherfucker,
Virginia
you're
is
South.
not?
We didn't
Well,
fight
like
for
you
the South
South.
in the Civil War.
I didn't say you were Confederate. I said you're South.
Yeah.
Believe me, you're
Yeah,
South.
I'm there with Bach.
I don't know
Did,
what you guys
did
talk.
West Virginia even fight for anybody?
Here we go. I'm not getting into that right now. What I am going to get into, though, is the news of the week.
I mean, I had something to segue off.
Live from the ATGN studios on the internet, it's the news of the week.
Oh, I'm still going to segue.
I ruined Willie's segue. I'm going to let him have it right
Seg
now.
block.
Willie, give
Seg
us
block.
give us your segue to the news
Well,
of the week.
speaking of the Civil War and South Knot, I apparently found out, I think yesterday, some people got arrested for pulling down a Confederate statue in Charlotte.
Good for them.
Oh, yeah,
How's this segueing us?
Losers don't
I
get
just
participation.
explained it right
trophy.
before going into it.
Speaking of Civil War, this doesn't transition us to news of the week.
I'm not talking Civil War. I'm talking the actual Civil War.
I know.
But you're not talking the actual Civil War. You're talking the actual battle.
Well, it was a war, not a battle.
Well,
It's a bunch of
attempted
hillbillies.
segue notwithstanding, welcome to the news week portion of the show. That's where we run down what is in our minds the most interesting, geeky or nerdy news to have taken place in the past week. And hey, Willie, why don't you kick us off, please?
Well, you know what? I'm going to take a second here just to talk shit because I didn't actually look into the show notes to see what you guys' shits was. So let me check on that before I just start saying something.
Jesus. Just start.
Just take your
fucking-
news. If you took my news, I'll go with something else.
No. It just clicked on. It's opening up.
That's
I'm
okay.
going to make sure this. I'm not going to be a dick.
Then you can take
I'm
my
also
news.
gonna-
I've got backups. You can take my news.
And
have a second one,
it
too.
was Chris's news of the week. So I'm not going to take that.
Willie,
And
I'm
it's
telling
even
you.
the same link. It's
Do
the
it.
same
Do it.
goddamn link.
Willie, that's because it was exclusive from the Hollywood Reporter. But Willie,
Oh,
I
that's
will
fair.
let you have this, and I will use
No,
different news.
You knew a lot more about it because you even knew it was exclusive. I did so.
Well, that's because it said it in
join-
the headline.
Let's joint this up together. This is News of the Week by Chris and Willie, and Bachman's there too.
I'm confused. If you're not going to cover it and I have to cover it, how are you jointing this up?
Because I also
doesn't
have
know.
opinions on it too.
Well, that's just like the regular news then that we do in the show.
Yep.
While you started, I'm going to look for other news.
I just said you could have it.
No, I'm saying you can have it, Chris. So just fucking take it. Stop arguing and just fucking take it.
All right, guys.
Take this like you did last night.
So like it says in the headline of this story, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 production put on hold. And then in parentheses, exclusive. That's how I knew it was an exclusive, Willie. I read the headline.
Well, I just read the thing on Reddit.
That's fair. So if you guys hadn't heard, the production for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 has been put on hold for the time being as Marvel and Disney are regrouping on the project. This is according to sources that have talked to The Hollywood Reporter. These sources say that crew members were already starting to prep for pre-production and have been dismissed and told they are free to look for new work. So yeah, Guardians 3 postponed indefinitely. No idea when/if it's going to come. Some people think it's been tabled forever. If you believe in conspiracy theories, other people believe they're tabling it to rework the James Gunn script enough that his name isn't credited on it because they don't want that on there. Who knows what is actually going to happen with it? But I'm wondering what movies they're going to move up in place of Guardians 3 right now. Because remember, this was supposed to kick off their whole cosmic phase. And Disney's made no comment on what their plans are right now. This story came out. Disney was asked for comment, provided no comment. So what do? I like the idea of Thor 4 with the Guardians and let Taika do it. Because there are reports circulating that Taika Waititi has been talking to Marvel Studios again about doing another film in the MCU. I doubt that it's Guardians, but who knows what it is. Maybe it's another Thor run because he and Hemsworth had so much fun with it. And we saw that Thor and the Guardians worked pretty well in Infinity War. I wouldn't mind seeing that.
At this point, I don't want to see a Guardians 3. Fuck Disney.
Yeah, they really fucked up really big. They felt like they did the right choice.
No, they did
They
the
probably
choice
thought so.
just to avoid the PR.
Well, I know they probably thought that would be the right choice of everything, but turns out it's not a Roseanne situation.
Nope.
No one was fucking angry about this. That one guy who looked up the shit he wasn't even angry probably at the shit he wrote. He was just trying to get the gotcha.
Well, it's all.
No, and he didn't even look it up. It was one asshole who paid an intern to go look it up.
Yeah, I know, but you know what I mean. He probably wasn't even offended by the tweets. He just wanted to get him like fucked over.
Yeah, he's publicly stated that.
Yeah, that's fair. See, you guys know more about it than I do, so that's why I didn't take the news. And I got
fuck that guy.
Yeah, so who knows what's going to happen with Guardians 3? All we know at this point is it's been postponed, and there is no release date for when that is. Remember another movie that got postponed a lot in the MCU? It's called The Inhumans, which we never got.
Well, we did get it, just not as a movie.
That's true. And to be fair, if you want to play the flip side of it, the other one that got postponed forever, but we did get, was Ant-Man.
And that was a fantastic movie.
And Willie's going to pull it off his shelf right now for you guys.
Ant-Man. A lot of my Marvel movies are over here.
I swear we didn't plan it, folks. He just sits next to his movies. They make him happy.
It's a small section of movies. It's literally a small section of movies right here. That's it. Oh, right, that one right there.
Well,
that's all.
And there's some nausea for you guys.
Movies. And the rest of them are over there where I cannot reach.
So if I start talking about Justice League, you can't reach your Justice League movie?
Well, no, I don't own Justice League.
Oh, I thought you did. My bad. I apologize.
No, I did buy Batman v Superman, like the extended cut digitally.
Sorry. That's what I was meaning.
Just because I figured, but only because I wanted to I was hoping it was going to fix that plot hole. That's what I needed. I was in a plot hole fix. That's it. The movie's not bad. It just needs that plot hole fixed.
So before we transition off of this news piece on Guardians 3, what do you guys think they're going to move into that slot? Are they going to replace it with another Captain Marvel sooner, a new Thor, or just shift up all the movies?
When was it supposed to come out?
We get Black Widow bumped up.
That's possible.
It's the movie that would have the least special effects.
Well, they haven't even started pre-production on. I mean, bear in mind they just barely started pre-production on this movie by this report. So anything that hasn't gotten into production yet, you could theoretically slide into place.
Look at all the other heroes, all the other movies, Iron Man, Thor, even Cap. They all end up relying fairly heavily on special effects, and then Cap is severe fight choreography. Widow is the one hero that they could actually film a movie in 3 fucking weeks and put out a spy thriller with no special effects, and it would be perfect.
Yeah, mostly practical effects.
Yeah, it's almost all practical. Scarlett Johansson's still in good shape after Avengers 4, so
assuming
it's not like she has to go back into training. 4. Well, yeah. But I mean, I'm saying it's not like she has to go back in the gym and go lose 40 pounds. Like, she's not like one of the guys where they have to get, put on 40 pounds of muscle because they took 2 weeks off. I think it's the one that can be done the fastest, and they've gotten so much shit about DC's one highlight being that they were able to get a Wonder Woman film out in their top 5 movies, and 19 films in, Marvel still hasn't given us a female lead film. So it would be one of the things that would fix 2 problems at the same time, and it's the most practical film for just a shooting schedule and not having to wait for 6 months of special effects. So I wouldn't doubt seeing a Black Widow film get bumped up and rushed for like late 2019.
And Captain Marvel's going to change that, so I don't think they couldn't make that movie fast enough before that movie comes out.
Yeah, they could.
Well, I mean, Captain Marvel comes out in March. You could theoretically start work right now on Captain Marvel 2. They're not going to.
No, that's true, but they could.
Neil in the chat room says, agree, it's probably Black Widow, but they could greenlight a Shang-Chi martial arts movie.
Nope. Never going to happen.
Yeah. That sounds like a Netflix one. Or rather, their new exclusive streaming service that Disney's going to have, if they're going to do it.
What's Shang-Chi?
Shang-Chi's the master of Kung Fu. He was basically Bruce Lee in the Marvel Universe.
Okay, I'd never heard of him, really, so... Yeah.
Oh, that's sad. Yeah, Shang-Chi's awesome. But he's the one that he taught Peter Parker spider food during Spider Island when Parker lost his spider sense. He actually
spider food.
Yeah, he invented. This guy is so good at martial arts that he can take someone's superpower set, figure out things that you can do with your superpowers, and then invent a martial art around it. So he got himself shoes that let him walk on walls like Spider-Man, and what was he? Put on a device that increased his strength from Tony Stark. So he had the proportionate strength of Peter and could move like him, and then invented a martial art and then taught it to Peter. Shang-Chi's a badass. The problem is, I think he's the one that's problematic because the character's father is Fu Manchu.
Okay.
So, yeah, it becomes problematic if they try to bring the character in and actually tell his backstory in the comics.
I mean, if we bring that in, I want Fing Fang Foom in there too.
In purple pants.
I mean, we don't even get Hulk in purple pants, so don't even hold your breath for that.
Well, Ed Norton held up some stretchy purple pants. He just
I
didn't
know
wear
it's
them.
a joke. It's a joke.
I thought they were purpley at the end of Avengers 1.
You're purpley.
They might have been.
Okay. I mean, it was just a thought.
Can we talk about the ever-changing skin tone of Thanos?
No.
Thanos did nothing wrong, Willie.
Oh no, but did you not notice his skin tone changed a whole lot of different purples?
Yes.
That's funny.
Okay, so I was looking here at the Marvel schedule. Once we get past Spider-Man Far From Home, everything is just untitled. So for all we know, they've already shuffled things around.
That's true.
Spider-Man Far From Home is July 5th, 2019. And then May 1, 2020, untitled Marvel movie. July 31st, 2020, untitled Marvel movie. They're all untitled at that point. There's 9 untitled Marvel movies out to 2022.
Man, do you remember when we got spoiled a long time ago when they just right before God, what are the different acts called? Phase 2. When Phase 2 came in, they actually announced every movie in it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Jeez, that was like, we got spoiled, didn't we?
But this time it makes sense, and I mean, especially on a marketing side, it's genius because they can't give us movie titles post Avengers 4 because they don't want to tell us who lives through it or which actors are coming back.
I know.
But I mean, we got Spider-Man, but we all knew Spider-Man was coming back anyways because fucking Homecoming made $1 billion and was goddamn good. We also know Black Panther. Yeah, we know Black Panther's coming back. It hasn't been announced yet, but if there's not a Black Panther 2, then like 30 people at Disney and Marvel are going to get fired because they're dumb as fuck.
Yeah,
Oh, it's going to happen. And we know Doctor Strange 2 is coming because last week we talked about the pay raise that Benedict Cumberbatch was getting. So who knows? They'll slot things in. Since Guardians was probably one of the 2020 dates, they've got a little bit of time to shuffle things around now and move something into pre-production. Maybe they bump up Doctor Strange 2 because there's a lot of people that watched Infinity War and went, man, Doctor Strange is more badass than I realized.
Throwing them crimson bands of Sidorak on Thanos' punk ass.
And don't forget, everything changes now too, because this probably did not take into mind the fact the Fox acquisition. Once that's official, they have all those properties again. So they could easily say, oh man, fuck the Guardians, we're going to do Fantastic Four.
I was going to say Fantastic Four too.
Yeah.
Well, that's because you bring in Doctor Doom. And let's be honest, Doctor Doom in the MCU would be badass.
No, hold on. Bachman, you said the bands of, what was it?
The Crimson Bands of Sidorak.
Isn't that the same in the same character that gave the gem of
the
Sidorak?
god? Yep, the gem of Sidorak is what gave Juggernaut his powers.
I thought I read that a while back, and I was like, okay, I remember. So I was trying to hope that I remembered correctly because you know my memory.
Yep.
It's one of those gods that actually goes throughout like the Marvel universe where it's been part of the X-Men, it's been part of Doctor Strange. Sidorak's around. I think it showed up in Thor. Like he's been around. Yeah, because Thor's fought Juggernaut like 10 times.
Oh, I thought you meant like the movies.
No, in the books. Yeah, Sidorak's been around. He's been causing problems for eons.
Well, he's only shown up in one Marvel movie or 2 Marvel movies. I guess if you count not more studios or just Marvel, because I mean, I'm gonna say Deadpool 2 Juggernaut was definitely the non-mutant Juggernaut.
Yeah, no, mutant Juggernauts don't count because they're not Juggernaut's not a goddamn mutant.
I mean, Vinnie Jones was a good choice because I love fucking Vinnie Jones.
Any character based on a meme is an automatic failure.
No, he had a small thing with one line, and
they literally did that character just for that line.
And I'm sorry, but that did make me laugh my ass off when that came up.
Yeah, me too.
Well, the point was I never actually saw the video. The video was based on before that. I just remember my friend just going, "I'm the Juggernaut." Bitch.
Oh, dude, you should watch the video. It's hilarious. For those that don't know,
I saw it since then. I was saying when I saw the movie in theaters.
Okay, you hadn't seen it then.
I saw it afterwards because I just remember my buddy. He never showed me the video until afterwards. And I was like, because I thought I laughed because it's something my friend always says. I didn't know what it was from.
Yeah, no, that video is hilarious. It's the guys doing voiceover of an old X-Men the animated series cartoon with the Juggernaut in it, and it's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, you should watch it too because Black Tom Cassidy, who's also in Deadpool 2, is in it.
Yep. Well, that was the dead giveaway for me. Huge spoilers. The hidden character in Deadpool was Juggernaut. As soon as they mentioned Black Tom Cassidy, I was like, okay, Juggernaut's in the basement. Like, there's no fucking reason you'd have Black Tom Cassidy if you don't have Juggernaut.
Fair point.
No one's ever heard of Black Tom Cassidy. People that have read Juggernaut comics don't know who the fuck he is.
And it's still hilarious. Black Tom Cassidy is white.
Well, of course he is.
Of course.
Was there a reason why he's called Black Tom Cassidy in the comic books? Like, why is he called Black Tom?
Because of I think it's because of the cudgel he uses was made with black magic.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, he was like a black mage.
That could be. I don't honestly remember. But we've wrapped up our speculation of where Marvel's going to go with these movies. The basic takeaway being they can go all sorts of different directions, but we don't have a freaking clue what movie they're going to move in place of Guardians.
See, all that whole report, I couldn't really read it because Disney needs to get that dick out of their mouth when they're doing interviews.
Oh, jeez. They didn't do an interview.
You know what I mean. Bachman liked it.
What's your news, Willie?
So I did have this news and I forgot all about it. So I'm glad this all happened because I want to talk about this too. Supermassive Games. They made my favorite game of 2015. Game of the year for me personally. Until Dawn. They have announced that they're going to start an anthology horror movie game series. Or not movie, what kind of movie? If you know their games, they're more like a choose your own adventure type story, like a AAA version of Telltale games with a lot more production value behind them.
Okay.
And so they already announced they're going to be coming out with like 2 games a year, and they're all going to be centered on like one different subgenre of horror. Cool. And they announced their first one coming out in 2019. It's called The Man of Medan. I'm thinking that's how you pronounce it. Medan. Medan.
My damn foot's caught in the door.
Sure. And the trailer for that game has also come out. And it's pretty much like a group of like 20-somethings who are scuba diving and they find some kind of treasure and then all of a sudden they're getting haunted. It doesn't tell you too much like the story. But that's what I'm gathering from the like cursed treasure is what I'm guessing. So this is going to be... I cannot wait for... I'm so happy they're doing this because Until Dawn was great. And this is going to be set up like the same way of like doing your choices and characters can live and die depending upon how you choose your thing. So you can actually have... If you want someone to die, you can actually make it happen. So it's like make your own horror movie.
Interesting. That could be fun.
If you haven't played Until Dawn, you need to do it.
Can't play Until Dawn, Willie.
Well, when you get Spider-Man and the Spider-Man PS4, you can.
There you go. Come on, you get to play as Hydra. It's fucking awesome. And the cheerleader.
Well, he's talking about in Until Dawn. The what was his name in Agents of Shield?
Agent Ward.
Yeah, Ward. That's it. He's in it, and they did all the mocap for it. And they modeled the characters' faces after them too. So you also got him and Hayden Panettiere. And
I said the cheerleader.
Yeah,
Mr.
I know.
Robot.
And I was going to get to him. What's his name? Something Malik, right?
Rami Malek.
Rami
Malek. Yep. Yeah, he's in it too. Yeah, I remember because that was before he even got like kind of really blew up a whole lot. Before he's in Mr. Robot and what else was he in?
He's going to be in the Queen biopic for Freddie Mercury. Yeah.
Yep. What else was he in before that? I remember seeing him. Oh, he was in that movie with Philip Seymour Hoffman. It was all talking about like Scientology. What's that movie called?
Oh, The Master?
Yeah, The Master. He was in that too.
I still haven't seen that.
I think he was married to Philip Seymour Hoffman's daughter in that movie. The character was. I was like, oh, it's that guy from Until Dawn because he has a very distinctive face. And they got their likenesses pretty good.
That he does.
Really good.
Yeah, the likenesses are really good.
Like, so that's how I recognized him. I was like, oh, it's that guy from that. Although, it took me a long time to figure out that was Agent Ward. I don't know why it took me so long. That's on me.
Yeah, as soon as he showed up, I was like, oh, hey, it's Hydra.
Hail Hydra.
Hail Hydra. And he plays an asshole in the beginning too in that game. I should have known it.
Well, if you make the right choices, you can play an asshole all through the game.
Oh yeah, he does.
That's
Yeah.
part of the fun. You can just be a dick.
Oh yeah. And yes, in the game, I did get Jess down to her bra and panties.
I don't know what that means.
Do you remember when they go off to their own cabin? Yeah,
Agent Ward is basically the alpha male of the murder crew of this slasher film that you're playing.
Well, he's also class president in the game too.
And he has what should be the slutty blonde girlfriend. So yeah, part of the storyline is you have the option of basically getting her to strip.
I see.
Well, the whole point is like to go to the cabin for some alone time, and depending upon your actions, like she could strip down before something happens in the game. She could like strip down to that, or if your choice is, she could just be fully clothed or anywhere in between,
and disappear with a quickness.
Oh jeez.
She goes quick.
Yeah, that game lasts long. Yeah, don't look up any spoilers in the game if you haven't played it, because it goes through so many subgenres of horror in that game. They use all of them for that game.
Interesting. So I'll put it on my list to check out if I ever get a PlayStation 4 then.
Yeah, put it right next to your watching of Fifth Element.
I'll put it right there.
No, because I actually wanted him to do it.
Damn. Well, I mean, I hope he's gonna. Since he's put on the list, I hope he's gonna do that. Get a PS4 and play Until Dawn.
Someday, maybe.
Because it needs to be played by people. Game of the year.
Well, thank you for your news story, Willie. Bachman, why don't you wrap things up for us? What do you got for us?
We got two little things. So the first question is, what is good in life, gentlemen?
I mean, I don't think I can say that on air.
Yeah, you can.
Bacon?
No, Chris. Women? What is good in life?
Bacon.
I'm guessing there's a reference coming up, and I don't get it.
It is the reference. Conan, what is good in life?
Oh, women?
That sounds like something Conan would before you, and the lamentation of the women.
Conan I was right.
Conan is coming back. The legendary writer Jason Aaron, kick-ass superstar artist Mahmoud Ashrar, and colorist Matt Wilson are returning the Sumerian son Conan the Barbarian to Marvel Comics. So January 2019, fucking Conan comes back to where I believe Conan comics were originally done in Marvel in the 70s, and it's another one of those contracts that Dark Horse had for a while, just like Star Wars, and now it's coming back to Marvel.
They're losing the Buffy contract too.
Yeah, so yeah, all sorts of shit's leaving Dark Horse. Doesn't seem to be like a good thing for Dark Horse, but it's definitely good for Marvel because with Jason Aaron writing it, freaking Mahmoud Ashrar, who's one of my favorite artists, every book he's ever drawn, I've enjoyed. But yeah, it sounds like it's going to be badass. Yesterday I saw this article because yesterday on Twitter, Jason Aaron put up a tweet, and it was a photo of all of the Robert E. Howard books you can see on the spines. And you can see like every title that he has, like they're all wear-worn, like he's read through them. So like this is a book he's been prepped for. So like he's ready. Like this is an actual Conan fan taking over writing Conan. So it should be fucking awesome. And then this article says, I've literally been preparing for this job since I was 13 and discovered my first Robert E. Howard Conan paperback in a used paper bookstore in my little hometown of Jasper, Alabama. I devoured every Howard book I could find, and after that, I began making up stories in my head ever since. Now I finally get to do that for real, alongside the amazing Mahmoud Ashrar, so this opportunity means an awful lot to me, and I'm cherishing every blood-splattered, spider-haunted second of it. So yeah, Jason Aaron's going to make Conan badass again, which there's been some great Conan runs at Dark Horse, don't get me wrong, but I'm excited to see what these two superstars will do with him. And then there was a hint of something else that's not as set in stone, but I want to mention it as well. You guys see that there was a Typhoid Mary teaser image for Iron Fist Season 2?
I did not. No.
Me either.
They did that, so they're teasing her, and now Charles Soule, who wrote The Death of Wolverine, I believe is the one bringing him back, and has invented a bunch of characters from Marvel, done a bunch of good runs, including a hellacious run on Daredevil, put up a tweet saying a character named Sam Chung, played by James Chen, is appearing in Iron Fist Season 2. ... Very interesting. Sam Chung in the comics is Blind Spot, a guy who invented a suit that basically makes it to where if you look at him, you can't see him. It's a weird thing where it messes with people's vision. He ends up like training himself to be a total badass, goes to New York City to be a superhero, joins up with Daredevil, and after his gymnastic skills plus martial arts training from Daredevil, kind of becomes like Daredevil's sidekick for a while, and just is is a fantastic character. But the character, not Blind Spot, but the character of Sam Chung is apparently showing up in Iron Fist season 2, which means we might get the creation of that character there, and then his introduction to Daredevil in the new Daredevil season.
Interesting.
So we might have another character popping up in the Daredevil world, which could be a nice foil where when they first meet, you do the superheroes fight thing, and then he takes him under his wing. You get Daredevil with a sidekick. That could be kind of cool.
That would be neat.
Just a little curious here. What is Typhoid Mary's abilities?
She has 3 split personalities: Mary, Typhoid, and Bloody Mary. And if I remember correctly, 2 of them are psychopaths, and then one of them just feels guilty about all the shit that she does. She's had different power sets and different storylines. Like at one point, she actually had like a death aura in one of the comics, but it's one of those characters that's been redone so many times, I can't really tell you like what version of her we would get.
Some like fire or something she used, like she can project fire or something.
Maybe, I don't know. She's been redone a bunch, but yeah, it's a crazy character just based on like a split personality. Because I think at one point in the comic she was Daredevil's girlfriend, and like she had no clue that she was also the arch villain who was beating him up. It was one of those stories where her one personality was dating Daredevil or dating Matt Murdock, and her other personality was fighting Daredevil. Nice and convoluted.
Oh, and
speaking
of Death Aura, we'll get back to that and what I mean.
Yes, we will. But yeah, so those are my 2 little things for news of the week.
Well, nice. Thank you for bringing those up. That is going to wrap up our news of the week. But hey, guys, as we wrap it up, it's that time where we like to remind you the All Things Good and Nerdy podcast is part of a network of shows that you can find over at GonnaGeek.com. There's 25 plus different shows in the network that cover a variety of topics. Things as narrowly focused as, say, the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. TV show, other things about the Arrow TV show, geek culture, tabletop gaming, Game of Thrones. There's all sorts of stuff in there, guys. So if you want to find out more stuff, head on or hear about more Gonna Geek shows, head on over to GonnaGeek.com. But until then, we're going to give you a taste of one of the shows in the network and say, hey, you guys might want to check this out. So, Willie, what show are we talking about today?
This week, I will be talking about Game Life Balance US, episode number 54, Gen Con 2018 Board Game Review Special. In a special solo episode, Cody discusses his favorite games from Gen Con 2018 and offers some buying recommendations if you're looking for the latest and greatest in strategy board games. Plus, learn a little bit about the role-playing game worlds of Starfinder, Arcanus, the World of Shattered Empires, and Savage Worlds. Back to you, Chris.
Why, thank you, Willie. So like we were saying, go check out this show and all the other ones over at GonnaGeek.com. Now, that is going to get us close to wrapping up the show. We like to wrap up with a bit called What I'm Into. It's our chance to share with you guys who are watching live or listening at a later date just what kind of geeky and nerdy things we've been getting into so that maybe, just maybe, you'll want to check them out yourself. So, Anthony, kick us off. What have you been getting into?
I have been getting into losing another season of the Fantasy Movie League. God damn it! Though I was in first for this week up until yesterday. New numbers this morning, and John O. Lobster has just snuck a Bumby by 7 million. But we're both kicking the crap out of everybody else because there's like a $19 million gap between first and third, and only 7 million from first to second. But yeah, it's been a weird season, and yeah, Crazy Rich Asians though got the bump and the bonus 2 million this weekend. It only had a negative 5.66% drop from last week.
Wow.
Who? What did?
That's Crazy Rich Asians. That's insane. Most movies, no matter what they open at, have a 40 to 60% drop. Like when the big comic book movies have a 40% drop, it's huge that it's that small. This movie is still looking at 25 million for the weekend with only a negative 5.66% drop. That drop is insane. I mean, it's almost staying perfectly steady from its opening weekend. Like, that's damn. They got to be happy.
There is a lot of word of mouth on this one going around.
Yeah, people seem to be enjoying it. Though sadly, a lot of people in the league bet on the Happy Time murders, and as Willie said, the trailer kind of showed a different movie than what was in theaters, and apparently everybody heard that because nobody's going to see it. So it's not doing well in the numbers.
It's one I wanted to see. I wanted to see it, but it was a movie pass that would have made me see it.
I will be talking to you about it in what I'm into.
Ooh, tease.
Yeah, it only made 10 million. And then, we're looking at wrapping up this season of the Fantasy Comic League and starting next season with some big changes. There's going to be some new divisions. There might be some people getting swapped around. So, yeah, that's going to be more fun. I think we might be up to 10 divisions now. Like, it's Fantasy Movie League's growing, or Fantasy Comic League is growing. Like, it's getting fucking big. And I put out another tweet yesterday from No Man's Sky, just for the fuck of it, because you can name planets in that game, because what else are you going to do? I was flying around and found a planet and was having some fun. Oh, dude, for when I get aggravated by Overwatch and aggravated by jackasses in Dead by Daylight, putting on my headset and just listening to a podcast while I fly around space and mine on planets, I fucking love it because nobody aggravates me. And so it's relaxing. I enjoy it. I can go build a little base and fucking work on my spaceship, and it's fun. But yeah, I made a planet and named it the Fantasy Comic League planet. So there's literally Planet Fantasy Comic League in the same solar system as Planet Bachman, and then I found 2 more planets on there. I think I just left the names alone. I didn't change them. But yeah, that game definitely has its upside. It's sort of, if you want to spend some time just like not dealing with people and just running around some cool looking environments, and it gives you the option of doing some really nice screenshots. But yeah, that one was fun. And then I was getting caught up on Supernatural. I'm halfway through season 6 now. I fucking love that show. It's so ridiculous and utterly entertaining. At this point, I believe both main characters have died at least twice, maybe 3 times. Yeah, it's one of those shows where like it started off as a very simple monster of the week, where like the first episode they're fighting a werewolf, and then by season 5 they're basically fighting Lucifer and angels and archangels and on the hunt for God. And it's awesome because I know there's 8 more seasons after this. And so the idea that they keep ramping it up every season is just fucking insane and so goddamn entertaining. The show's fun as hell. I mean, it's like the best popcorn movie ever, and it's a weekly doses. So yeah, I'm loving it. I'll be happy to fucking get all the way through it. But yeah, I'm enjoying the hell out of it 6 seasons in. And then on Willie's recommendation, for dinner last night, I watched Radius on Netflix, which is another Netflix original movie. And it's one of those ones where they present you with an event or the after effects of an event, and you don't really know what happened. And it's one of those ones where it's kind of a sci-fi thing, but you really don't ever get an actual explanation. But the way the story plays out is really cool. It has a nice little twist at the end, which, good or bad, it's just, the way stories are written these days. But yeah, for an original movie, like, it's fantastic. And I watched the whole damn movie trying to figure out who the main character was. And I actually had to look it up on IMDb at the end once it was over because I still couldn't place the guy. He's fucking he's the brother at the start of Pacific Rim, the one that dies. So he's the main star of this movie. And yeah, it's really good. I really enjoyed it. It's got some strange special effects and some crazy storytelling mechanics. But yeah, Radius is really fun. That's what I've been into.
The basic premise of it is, since remember from earlier when I said put a pin in that because we're going to be talking about that later, Death War. Pretty much a guy wakes up with amnesia from a car wreck, and he starts walking to a city, and then people are dying around him.
Not just people.
Yeah, well, every living thing is sentient.
Yeah,
living beings.
Yeah. Animals, people. Yep.
Grass doesn't just die around, so yeah. So yeah, and he doesn't really understand it at first. Like, he thinks there's something in the air, but you find out there's like a radius around him where everything dies, like a 50-foot radius.
Yep, it's fucking creepy. It was good though. I enjoyed it.
That sounds interesting. I'll go next, and we'll let Willie close things out. What I've been getting into, I've been busy with work, but I've been just reading some random stuff on the internet, just some books and stuff I've been behind on. But also have been playing more Life is Strange. I just started picking it up last week after we did the show, I think. And I'm almost through chapter 1 of Life is Strange. It's pretty good. I'm glad I've already bought the seat. Well, the prequel, I guess. Life is Strange Before the Storm. I picked it up for $5 on sale during the Xbox sale, so eventually I'll finish Life is Strange. I'll go play the prequel because I've been having a lot of fun with it. It's very similar to the Telltale games, basically. It's a lot of choose your action and go on, but the only difference is you can control time. So if you don't like what you did, you can rewind time and make a different decision.
Or you can just see all the options if you wanted to.
That's after you beat the chapter, isn't it, or something like that?
Well, I mean, you can rewind time to see what the other option is.
Yes. And then you can make whatever choice you decide. I think I'm at the very end of chapter 1 right now, and I've probably put 4.5, 5 hours into chapter 1 right now. So either I'm going really slow or it's more dense than I anticipated per chapter. Have you already played this one, Willie?
I played most of the first episode, and I just never went back to it. I know I would want to. It's just something like I need to finish the last episode of the Guardians of the Galaxy Telltale game.
Yeah, I've still got Guardians Telltale to play. I've got I'm not Lego. I've got Batman Telltale to play through still. I've got the second one, that is. I've got way too much stuff to play. Let's see, what else am I getting into? Went to the West Virginia Pop Culture Con yesterday. Picked up a few things that I've already got framed and hung up on my wall. There's some cool artists there. There's some cool things to go see. So if you're listening to this and you're in the West Virginia area, turn off the show as soon as we're done. Go into the West Virginia Pop Culture Convention in Morgantown, West Virginia. It's a lot of fun. And then after this show wraps, I got to do a couple things around the house, and then we're going out Pokemon hunting, trying to hit up all the raids because there are shiny ho-ohs that are out there to capture right now.
You're going out to capture shiny hose?
Ho-ohs. Ho-ohs.
Shiny hose, got it. All right, have fun.
Yeah.
This is coming from me. Make sure you wrap it up in this case.
Willie,
Hey, the
you're
important-
you're
the
the one that
important
never
part-
does.
The important part is that he said we are going out. So
That's
it's a couple's activity. There's nothing wrong with Chris going out and capturing shiny hose as long as he takes his girlfriend and she wants to do it too.
There's probably about close to 20 of us that are going out to capture the shiny ho-ohs after the show.
And you didn't invite Willie?
Willie, do you want to come capture ho-ohs with us?
I mean, I might be doing that myself anyway, but it's not a group activity.
We're doing it from 3 to 7, so feel free to come up and try and capture shiny
not a large
ho-ohs with
group.
us.
Maybe not 20 people, but you know.
You can only handle about 15.
I mean, there is. This just brings it back to Silicon Valley. The whole how many dicks can you jerk off?
Yes. But that's what I've been getting into. Willie, what have you been getting into?
I've been still playing a shit ton of Dead by Daylight. And unlike Bachman, I don't get upset. I am not a salty player. Although I do fucking hate to play against Freddy. Because goddamn, just being invisible. One of my abilities lets me see the fucking killer when I finish the generator. And so as soon as I finish one, if I don't see him, I fucking know it's Freddy, and it always sucks. It just cancels my fucking perk. But I've been watching some movies. I watched Victor Crowley. A little disappointed in it. The 4th movie in the series of Hatchet. And yeah, they did not have a lot. They didn't have a budget at all, it seemed.
No.
Like most of the budget went to like the special effects of the deaths, which all those look good. But most of it takes place in a fuselage of a plane that fell out of the sky, and it's like, okay, we were just staying here, huh? Great.
One set, that's how you make it cheap.
Yep, and cheap is the key word there. I went and got a Deadpool 2, and I also got another movie I still need to see. I haven't saw it. Bachman, I know you told me to. I Kill Giants. You said it was based on a graphic novel?
Yep.
All right, I still haven't seen it. You told me don't even relook at the trailer because I watched it like 2 or 3 months ago because I was thinking about renting it off Vudu. I just saw it at Best Buy when I was at getting Deadpool. I was like, I'll grab this too. Why not?
Nope. Try to watch it without knowing anything about it.
Or I just remember something about. I'm not even gonna try to remember it. I'm just gonna go in blind. But yeah, I just saw Radius, and because from the subreddit of Netflix Best of r/, and that just popped up on there. I was like, I'll give this a try. I watched it, liked it, recommend it to Bachman. And there was another one that I watched a couple of nights ago, and it's called Mother, not Mother with an exclamation mark, just Mother. It's a South Korean movie, and the first 2/3 of the movie is good, but the twist they have in that movie is I can't get behind it. It's just like, I mean, it's worth watching. I will say that.
It's a wah wah.
I'm not sure what that means.
Wah wah.
I guess so. I was like, I mean, some people would probably like this twist, and I'm like, oh, really? Okay. The basic premise of that is it's a mother and son. The son's kind of mentally handicapped, and not too bad, but well, he's not like where he can't handle himself all by himself, you know. Like he does still go out by himself, but he's just not all there. And then he leaves out from a bar one night, and then he's on his way home. He sees a girl, and he just walks past her, and then next he shows it at home, and then it says the mother, that little girl, or not little girl, she's like a teenager. She's dead the next morning, found dead, and they pretty much blame him. And so the mother's going around trying to find out who the real killer is because the cops aren't doing it. The cops kind of force a confession out of him. Yeah, because he does. You can tell he doesn't understand that they're making him sign a confession. I don't understand how these cops are supposed to be like knowing him and kind of being all right, not being like friends with him, but like knowing he's a person of this. It's a small town, so it's a little weird that they would just force a confession out of him. Oh well, but yeah, it's worth a watch. Other than that, been looking forward to Man of Medan, something.
You need to find an interview with the creators of that, so when they say it, you can learn how to say it.
Yeah, I should, but I'm also lazy. Yeah, I can't. I've been watching a lot of movies, so I'm not really sure. But I've been playing a lot of Dead by Daylight, and still looking up forward for Spooderman. And the difference is that Spooderman probably has, a package, some pixels, some geometry to have him have a package, some junk, unlike the thing next to Chris.
I see what you did there.
My Spider-Man has a dick.
Congratulations. I'm glad you've looked at it to figure that out.
I'm guessing they did something like that. They just didn't make him,
because Willie's got priorities.
You goddamn right. I need a
sure
dick
things
to be a
have
Spider.
dicks is Willie's priority.
Unless it's Spider-Gwen. Because, I mean, you keep on with that Rule 34 of Spider-Gwen.
The edge of Spider-Geddon started. There was going to be more spiders. Yes!
So, I probably remember something at the last second. So, but, I did play Scythe for the first time, or Scythe, whatever you fucking want to pronounce it, for the first time last night, the board game. Did you ever play it, Chris?
I did not, no.
Yeah, it was a fun, interesting game. I did not win like I normally do with some of these games. It's my first time playing, like Terraforming Mars, won by a landslide my first time playing. So I guess I just understood what I needed to do and got it done.
Lucky you.
Well, not for Scythe.
It's problematic.
Yeah, how to pronounce it's pretty problematic. But yeah, I'm going to finish. I'll probably remember something at the very end and throw that out there.
Well, fair enough. Well, thanks, guys. And thank you to everyone who did join us live today for episode 325 of this podcast. It is time for us to start wrapping things up. But before we do, don't forget that we stream live every Sunday, live at 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Central, over on Geeks.live, the official streaming home of the Gonna Geek Network. If you want to see more streaming content from the network, head on over to Geeks.live. Anything live is displayed there. And at the bottom of the page is a calendar of events that shows you when the next live program is. As we wrap things up, you guys have any final thoughts for us?
I want to know what the hell you were just staring at a second ago. Was it a fly just flying around on the other side of the screen?
Something fell in my laundry room, and I'm trying to figure out what it was. So honestly, when I start to roll the credits, I'm probably going to get up and go and see what fell off the shelf in the laundry room, because I can see the hangers shaking on the shelving in there. So I'm not sure what happened.
Just so we don't lose any nerd points, I got to get the quote perfectly correct. Conan, what is best in life? To crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and to hear the lamentations of their women.
I still say bacon.
And I still say Conan already made a return in the game. The Exiles of Conan, right? Or Exiles, was it? Exiles.
I think we're going to say no to that, Willie.
Yeah, and you remember that you can make your character have a big old dick in that thing. They have an endowment meter.
And you can run around naked too, which is what we're going to do. No, we're not. We're out of here. Bye, guys.
Those things pop around too.
thanks for listening to this brand new episode of the All Things Good and Nerdy podcast. Don't forget, we'll be back next Sunday live at 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Central over at live.atgnpodcast.com, channel 3 of the Alpha Geek radio app, and over at our network home at gonnageek.com/live. If you have any feedback for the show, please contact us atgnpodcast@gonnageek.com, on our hotline number at 304-806-ATGN, or even better, go to Twitter and send us a message at ATGN Podcast. The music you've heard in this show is produced by Kevin MacLeod and can be found at incompetech.com.